Hey there, Spirit Proton Pack fans. This is Aaron with A23D, and what I wanted to show off today is the first revision of the SpiritBro board, which is a Hasbro 1984 or Spengler wand adapter for the Spirit Life-Size Proton Pack that basically allows the wand to turn on and off the factory electronics in the Spirit Pack with minimal modification. And the idea is for this to be as plug and play as possible. So I'll just go ahead and show off what we have here and what the kit will come with. This is the initial board here. It comes in a 3D printed like plastic carrier, and all you have to do is unscrew the original screws that hold the factory circuit board on and basically stick this board carrier with the board in it on top of it and screw it down with longer screws, which I will provide. And then you take the provided jumper cable, you unplug the original wand. So if you haven't done that already, you would go ahead and disconnect your not Hasbro, but your Spirit wand, which should just be this connector here. You pop that off, then you would unscrew this screw over here, remove some hot glue, and snake the loom out the side here. You can see I have a connector on the side of my pack for testing, but the factory one, you would just basically pull out the loom and the wiring and you'd be good to go. And then you need to actually connect up some other power wires here. The other connection is a connection that is the power from the Spirit board, and that goes into the 5-volt out on the SpiritBro board. And you can see I just have short length wires here, but the way to do this is you take the original battery pack that's up here. This would normally be connecting into this board down here. So at some point, probably kind of up here somewhere, you would just clip the wire off, and that other end is still soldered to the factory board, and strip the wires, and then you would just attach it to these two connectors here, which positive on the left, negative on the right. The negative terminals will be marked in black paint. And that again goes to the 5-volt out. And the idea is that it's 5 volts out of the SpiritBro board and going into the Spirit electronics. And then the other connection you'll have is a 5-volt in, which is actually labeled as 5-volt bat, which is your talent cell or other USB battery. And you would just screw in the, again, positive on the left, negative on the right. And this is just a simple cable that has a USB-A connector on the end of this, and you would just run this in your pack somewhere you'd like. You can actually kind of secure it right here and hook that up to a talent cell, which you can mount on the back of the pack or on the inside. There's a bunch of ways you can do that. And then you'd have power, and that relies on the power switch on that pack to basically turn on and off the SpiritBro board. So once your USB power pack is on, that's going to turn up this board and basically have everything ready to go. And finally, the last connection over here is the wand power, and this is 5-volt out going to your 1984 Spengler wand. So again, positive left, negative right. And I will provide a cable that would be about 6 feet long here, and you just screw that in, and then you would have a that go into a corrugated split loom or non-split, however you want. I'm going to sell an option here that includes the split loom with a built-in battery sled adapter. And so what this guy would do is you would actually take this and feed it through the factory hole here, bring it inside, and then you want to kind of screw that down somehow, or just secure it with zip ties or some method. And then again, you'd run that wire on in, and then you simply just take the battery adapter that's supplied and attach it in here, and you would screw that into here. And it's much easier to do one-handed, or not one-handed, two-handed, and just like that. Okay, so we're going to simulate having this powered up. I'm going to plug it into a wall adapter here, and that is now powered on. And as you can see, the pack didn't turn on, nothing, because the wand is off. So let's go ahead and flip the pack around. Okay, All right, so we got our pack, we got our wand, and it should just work really simply. You power this wand up, it'll power your pack down, or power your pack up. Your wand powers down, the pack powers down, and that's going to happen if you turn it off or if it shuts off due to battery like saving in activity mode, which I think is like 30 seconds on these guys. So yeah, if you're around trooping and you don't want this thing to shut off every 30 seconds, you'll probably want to do a keep alive mod on there. But again, the idea is for this to be modless and painless. So let's go ahead and power her up. And as you can see, the stock electronics turn on and work just like they should. And if we power it down, Spirit Pack powers off. Again, you can power it back up. And if we fire, doesn't change anything. All the sounds are coming through the wand like they should. And then you can again power this down. And as you can see, there's a little bit of delay because it's just basically reading to see if this thing had stopped using power. And so once that shuts off, it doesn't start back up until you manually turn it back on again. So that's it. About as simple as it gets. Pretty easy. Only one real cut you've got to make there on some wires. And that's it. Well, thanks for watching, and if you're interested, I will have a link to purchase these here pretty soon. And you know, I really appreciate everyone's time and patience on this. It's taken a long time to get here, and I will have a new revision of that out pretty soon that just is more compact, but basically works the exact same. So